The next sunrise, I waited for the night to head my way. I was so bored but excited at the same time. What would I do while I waited? If I could wait any longer, anyway. I decided to make a call to my parents. They only lived next cops, but my feet was severely aching today. I explained the situation to them and how I wanted to help it. For some reason, they were extremely hesitant with helping the creature. Maybe they just do not want me inviting the 30 feet height beings into my cabin. That is fine. Finally, I noticed the sun realizing it overstayed its welcome and leaving. The chirping began. The energy from last night faded into existence again. Today was the day. I closed the door as I left the house. Normally, I would keep it open, but I can't risk letting in other not-so-friendly beings. They'll definitely see me inviting him in and think they're invited too. I walked along the way when I suddenly heard what seemed like the low rumbles of a bear. The same rumbles. Except this time I didn't pick up the pace. I slowed down. I don't want to scare my first friend, do I? The sounds got louder and louder. At first I liked it, but then I realized something. Those weren't just the sounds of the lonesome one walking around. They sounded like screeches. Screeches of immeasurable pain. I picked up the pace because I wondered what the commotion was. That's when what looked like a big black wall appeared on the path. I looked up. That's when I saw it. There was the lonesome one, nearly dead on the ground, barely breathing. I saw a massive pool of blood forming in his deflating skin. I quickly grabbed some sticks and spat on them. It might have seemed disgusting, but it was the only thing I could do to make a sort of bandage. The lonesome one was very troubled now, wasn't he? I mentioned this because he always had a troubled look on his face, rightfully. His breathing slowed. His eyelids lowered, and for the first time ever, he smiled. He had finally found peace, but it was the last breath of his life. His eyes closed, and he took one last breath. Then, he went into a deep slumber. I began to cry. Why? Why would they do this? Who did this? After a few seconds, I saw something rustle off, and a single white feather landed on the ground. I stopped crying, and thought for a moment. White feathers. Suspicious rustling? That's when it hit me. The curse of the angels.